Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and this is episode 59 of my series in which I will try to collect a billion iron ingots. In today's episode, I am going to be diving back into the mod Deep Resonance, and hopefully I will be able to create some crystals in which I can actually get power out of. In the last episode, I set up this monstrosity, and I've actually added a few tanks to the top of it since then. But essentially what this thing does is it's creating crystals. These crystals are not actually very good to create power with. They're pretty bad. So we are actually going to be using these crystals in the infusing laser. But the first thing we need to do is we need to set up some stuff upstairs. And I think what I'm going to do is rather than setting up more smelters and another system here, I'm just going to take some of the liquid crystal from these tanks. I'm going to transport them upstairs and we will work from there. So the first thing is I need to figure out exactly where the edge of this thing is. I think it's 3 over. I think we'll go from right here. So we need to set this tank to be output, and you can just do that by right clicking on the tank with anything. And I'm going to get a fluid duct, and I'm going to go with the hardened fluid duct. And let's see here, hardened fluid duct with a servo. And then we need some tanks. And I actually want this tank to be kind of small. So we'll just grab 64 because that'll be more than enough. And I'm also going to grab a bunch of purifiers. And that will be the beginning of the system up here. Now this system will be to make crystals that I can actually use for power. I'm definitely not going to get to the actual power setup in this episode. But that's okay. I just simply need the crystals before I can dive in any further. I need to set that to be input. That's cool. Let's patch that up real fast. So stone. Yeah, let's just grab a stack because I will probably be digging more holes in my floor. So I'm not sure exactly how big I want to make this. Let's go ahead and okay, let me run down here real fast. Purifiers need to be under the tanks. So let's see here. Let's set up my purifiers, I guess, first, and then this will be easiest if I do something like this. Okay, so what's going to be going on here is I will have, whoa, okay, a little bit of lag there. I will have a bunch of item duct, like so. And this will be to input the filter material. And I actually might be able to grab some of that from down here. I should be able to. So, yes. If I go up, I'm actually going to have to go over a few more, I think. If I go up, like right here or so. Actually, you know what? Let's, actually, no, that's perfect. That is perfect, perfect, perfect. Actually, no, it would be perfect-er if I did it right here instead. There we go. So let's grab our stone, cover that up. Let's actually grab some covers as well, because, oh my, cat's being crazy. Because I want to patch this up as well. Okay, there we go. Now we should be getting filter material up here, maybe. Why are we not getting filter material? What did I do wrong here? Item duct, item duct, item duct. It's because it's the wrong item duct. It's because I need to not connect it there. I need to connect it with this right here. So let's try this again. Okay, let's... Come on, filter material. There we go. Okay, now we need to expand our tank. Actually, no, I need a bunch of black hole units. Sorry. So let's just say make 20 of these guys. It shouldn't be a problem at all. And then we grab these. And this is once again for the used up filter material. And we're going to be using or making a lot of the used filter material, so it's a good thing to have all of that. Now let's expand our tank. And this tank will be very large, but not nearly as large as the tank downstairs. I actually hope I don't completely drain that tank downstairs. I very well could, to be honest. But that's okay, I guess. And I'm actually going to definitely need more tanks here. So let's grab them, since I have a bunch made. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make like a little tower thing here. So that's 4. This is 5. Because of how these tanks connect, I need to make kind of like a weird little chute system here. Okay, the next thing I'm going to need is a valve. And let's see here. I can grab just this valve. I've used this valve before, but we can reconfigure it. Initially, I think the settings are something like... Actually, I think they're all 100 initially. But what we're going to do is we're going to set this to 80. And the strength and efficiency can be set just basically anywhere. So I'm going to do 1 and 1. And because initially your fluid will be 10, 10, 10. But the purifiers should raise the fluid up. And I don't know where my fluid went. My fluid, oh, okay. It's, it's just because of my vantage point there. It looks like we have not usurped all of it yet. Oh, I wonder if what's going on is that since the tank is full that it's hooked up to, that the hardened fluid duct is hooked up to, it will not accept more, but it actually looks like it is. Okay, so it was just going so slowly that I can't hardly see it. So the next thing is we need a tank down here, and the next tank will be where some of the magic will be happening, and by that I mean my infusing lasers. And I really will need some torches around here, so let's do that. Let's see. What I think I'm going to do is set up my infusing lasers over here. There's actually one thing I forgot to set up, but that's completely okay. And I think these are pointed the wrong way. They are. But I think that's okay as well, because I think if I wrench them, they're kind of crazy when they get wrenched, but it seems to work. What I think, actually, I think I need to move them one more over. I'll find out when I get there. But I need something else. And I need to actually put something on the tanks that they will be facing. So let's go back to deep resonance. And I need these guys right here. And they're not real expensive to make. So let's grab 3 of them. And throw this guy in here. The next thing I need to do is I actually need to make a decision here, and I've actually already made the decision, but just for clarity, what exactly will I be using in my laser here? There are, I want to say there's something like 19 different things I can use, and their stats are all, if you right click the infusing laser, it shows all the stats for everything. And yeah, there's certain things are really good for certain things. The nether stars are awesome, but they dock purity really hard. And obviously nether stars are kind of rare. I only have, I think, a couple thousand or so at this point. What I think I'm going to be using in the first step here is dimensional shards, because it's positive in every single stat and it can raise everything pretty high up. These numbers over here are the max that it will give. So essentially, dimensional shards are really good. And another thing to take into consideration is the amount of liquid crystal used. And all of them are per 25 millibuckets of crystal. And it's really nice that this gives good, high, positive numbers and uses, I mean, compared to other things, for the same amount of gains, you get really good results out of the dimensional shards. I may actually think about using gas tiers, because I have bees, I think, that make gas tiers that I bred up kind of by accident. But I think the first, and I say that because I would really like to get to 100, but I don't think we're going to here at first. I might do it later, but here at first I don't think I will. So what I'm going to do next is kind of build another one of these guys. And then I'll have a valve right here. And this will be set up to something like, let's do 85, 70, oh no, 75 and 75. And apply, I don't know that I hit apply over here. I think I did. Actually, I don't think I did, because I think I set this to 80. But anyways, apply. Let's see here. No, oh, my goodness, I can't do this correctly. Okay, 85.5 and okay, my slight OCD needs that to be not have this. What is this? I don't understand. Okay, there we go. That 0 is bugging me way too much. So I will need I will need to insert both the dimensional shards and the crystals. So let's set that up. There's a tank there. That's kind of unfortunate. But this is not unfortunate, and that's actually pretty good placement. So let's grab some item duct. I have item duct. I need servos is what I need. And I can make do with a regular servo here. So I will need this to come up. And you know what? I need this to be electrified, because those things, the infusers, need power. So first of all, let's grab some flux duct. And bada bing. Actually, I'd really like to not hook that up to that. You know what? I don't think the crystallizers use a whole lot of power. You know what? Just in case they do, let's do that. And that should be enough power. Now let's grab our flux duct here. Nope, it's item duct. Our signalum plated impulse item duct. Let's grab that. I really thought I had more of that. Oh no, it's the regular item duct I have a bunch of. So let's set this up. And that should be cool. And then I need to set up a modular storage with a tier 1. And this will be for the dimensional shards, of which I have a lot. And I need an export bus. And preferably some acceleration cards as well. And then I can put my, I need another servo, derp. And this goes in here. Dimensional shard. Okay, let's see if this is all working like it should. Okay, it looks like, kind of looks like it is. Okay, cool. And each of our crystals, it looks like, is giving us, what? That was 3,000 something. No, it was 2,800 or so. Yeah, 2,800. So that's not too bad. And I need to actually do these to not be nearest. Oh, can I not do that with the because I used the totally crap servos, I can't even do that. I'm gonna grab some covers. I want to make this look better. So I guess I really don't need to do this, but I want to. And then let's, these things need a redstone signal to operate, which is cool because I can use the redstone relays here. Let's get 3 of them. And then some structure. I might need a little bit more. And then let's say a comparator. And we'll probably need another one later. So we can set these to be outputs. And then we need, like I said, a comparator here. So let's see here. And then I need a relay, duh. And let's just grab a bunch of those because I'm gonna need, I think, a couple more here in a little bit. Let's see here. Redstone input, scaled, inverted, no, not inverted, scaled. Threshold. Okay, this is what I want. I want the threshold here. So essentially, I want this thing to only be on when there's a good amount of fluid in these tanks. And we're still really waiting on this to get in here, so. Not a catalyst. Crap. Okay, I see what's going on. Well, I might have to change how this is set up, to be honest. Let's grab some dimensional. I don't think I will. If I have dimensional shards in here, then it should work. And these are all right. So let's just throw this back in there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away for right now until we start to get some liquid crystal in this tank right here. And let's just look at the valve. Once the purity reaches above 80%, essentially, we'll start seeing this tank fill up. So I'm going to wait for that to happen, and it's going to be a little while, I think. So I will be back in a little bit. And here we are, and right now my liquid is just 0.1% away from the threshold I set earlier. I'm actually going to lower this threshold to 78, and that's because the purifiers really start to slow down around 75 or so percent, and they're really going slow right now. So I'm going to set that at 78 and apply it. And theoretically, we should, nope, if I set this correctly, it should go ahead and start letting fluid through. The maximum amount of liquid in the bottom tank. Let's just set that to that. Okay. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on right now, but I would think that this thing would be working. So let's try to reset these. Okay, for whatever reason, when it said 005, it was not, yeah, it wasn't reading it correctly. So hypothetically, once this tank starts to fill up, we should see these lasers come on. And unfortunately, this valve seems to be awfully slow. Awfully slow. And while I was away, I built another limb here. This limb is essentially set up the same way as this one. I don't have any items coming into this yet, but I think what I'm going to do is use emeralds. First, I'm going to have to get some liquid in and see exactly what it's going to be like when it gets over here. Because I know the purity will be up, but I'm not sure how much it'll be up. And I have this set up to 85, 75, 75. I'm sure the purity will actually be more than 85, but I'm not sure exactly where it'll be. So we're starting to get some redstone signal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this down to 2 rather than at 5. So hopefully these things will come on soon, and as you can see, they did. And right now our strength and efficiency is climbing. And like I said, I'm not sure how fast the purity will go up or how high it will go before it gets into this tank. But what I think I'm going to do is set up emeralds for these guys. So I'm going to have to go down here. And I didn't actually fully set this up. I just hooked it up to power. But I need this to be able to give me both not dimensional shards, but the resonating crystals. So how I'm going to set this up is... Actually, this is not going to look very good, but it's kind of how I have to do this. Let's get a couple of servos. And we can use... Actually, let's go ahead and use these. Okay, resonating crystal. This is what I want. And that needs to be not connected. And I hope I didn't just put something in here in which I did not mean to. Cool, I did not. So let's run this to right. Nope. There. So that should give me resonating crystals up there. In addition, I would like emeralds. So let's grab some emeralds. Let's grab some modular storage. Blah, 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 blah. I wonder if this has anything in it. And I need to hook this up to my applied energistic system. And I think if I put this, say right here, that'll work pretty well. Because I can put my item duct here. And I can put my 2 servos here and here. And this can be always on and always on as well. This needs the upgrade. I need, I think, 1 covered cable and an export bus. for these guys. Did I grab my bus? I didn't grab my bus, did I? Nope. So emeralds, speed. Give me emeralds. I'm actually going to need to grab, I think, 3 stacks of emeralds here. And that's because this will have put resonating crystals over here when I need emeralds. And I'm using emeralds for this last step because it will get the purity to 100, and that is what I want. I want 100% pure. So let's go ahead and run these crystals back down here where they belong. And then let's see here. It's gonna be a little while, it looks. So I'm gonna go away for a little bit and let this get up to where it will, to about 75 on the strength and efficiency. So then it'll start flowing into this tank over here, and then we can finish up the build, hopefully. So I will be back here in a little bit. And here we are. We have our liquid just finally getting to 75% strength and efficiency, and it is starting to flow into here. As soon as this guy gets a redstone signal, he will start up these guys, which are emeralds, and these will increase the purity of the liquid to hopefully 100%. And after that is all done, it will go into another tank, which I have not built yet, but we'll get there. So unfortunately, these valves are just really, really slow. Really slow. Okay, so what I can do right now is I can go ahead and build a tank. And let's see, how big do I want to make this tank? So that actually seems like a decent little tank, making it this big. I need the crystallizers to be on top. So what we can do is add a little shelf-like thing down here and put some crystallizers up here. And so once we start to get some fluid in there, so why is this not working? You know what, let's just redstone input. Oh, that's why. Duh. I had it on the wrong mode. So as we can see, the purity is coming up, and it's coming up relatively quickly, thankfully. And that has to do with there's not very much fluid in here. I'm guessing you've noticed that I've added some infusing lasers. Rather than having just 3 over here, I have 6 now, and I only have 2 over here because these should do quite a good job of increasing the purity. And it's not like it has very far to go. It's yeah, like 88% up here. That's weird. I'm surprised the strength and efficiency isn't rising. Okay, I think I know what's going on. It's just kind of being held back by this over here. Okay, I would like to add like a shut-off switch to the redstone comparators here, but I don't think I'll be able to because I need the space to be empty. Cool, we're starting to see our liquid almost get there. What I'm going to do, actually I need to go ahead and set up power. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get some flux duct. Actually, let's get some signalum plated impulse. Yeah, that stuff. And go down here, grab us some power. And while we're at it, we can go ahead and set up storage for these crystals. Actually, no, I want the storage to be up above. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some modular storage right here. Get a tier 1 and grab some servos. Actually, I'm gonna grab a retriever. And we can let's set that up right there. And we can use the regular impulse item deck there. Throw our retriever on and have it always be active. And then we can just use this flux duct right here. And we can run it across the top of the room here. And I actually don't want this to connect up right there. Okay, hopefully at some point real soon we'll start to get... Okay, what's happening is I'm constantly getting a flow of new liquid here. And that's just kind of slowing it down. Okay, what I'm gonna do real fast is... Why did that change? What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to... No. I'm going to stop this from dumping. That way, hopefully my purity can get to 100%. And then it should start flowing into here. Come on. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually shut these off. This system definitely should probably be improved before I leave this on like all the time. Because I can already see, because these valves are so slow, this tank's always going to have stuff in it. And that's going to be bad. Because what's going to happen is that these lasers will be on all the time, even when they should not be on. And I don't know what's happening here. I'm just trying to reset this to get it to... I might have to set this off of 100. I might have to do like 99.9. Can I do that? Apparently not. Let's just do 99. It's not exactly what I want, but that'll be okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away for a bit and let this make a few crystals. And then I want to check them out to see exactly how good they are. So I'm going to be back here in just a little bit. And here we are with our 3 resonating crystals that we have made. And they have pretty good stats. They have strength and efficiency of 75.02. And the purity and quality are both 100%, which is really cool. Those should be really good crystals when I actually get to use them, which hopefully will be soon. Okay, in today's episode, I managed to set up that system to make resonating crystals to which I will be able to generate power from. As of right now, I have 66,500,000 iron ingots, which is about 6 million or so more than last episode. And it's been about, I don't know, 24 or 26 hours since last episode. So that's pretty good. That's about a 6 million iron ingot increase. I'm pretty happy with that. I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.